Fergus and the greener grass. Fergus was a little horse, outstanding in his meadow. He was eating grass beside the fence when he came to his head. Oh, he had a big idea, because he couldn't quite decide if the grass might be a little greener on the other side.
To be a little louder.
A little louder, Rachael?
So he reached through and chose to chew the greenest he could see. That fine spring day, the rails gave way, and Fergus then was free.
Woohoo!
And so he grazed his pasture, which was greener than the rest, till he took a longing look
Louder.
way off toward the west. Behind the wooden fence, a greener valley looked exciting. He stopped to stare at the grass down there. Looked tasty and inviting. He wondered how he'd reach that grass. So pregnant, so driven. But then a horsefly started chewing right on his behind. He backed up to doors, that itchy spot upon his hide. And then he landed horseshoes up on the other side. When he ranged his footing, his meek design, Fergus was delighted by the grass that he could see. He shivered that every flavor which mouthful was a thrill, but then he spied some greener grass further down the hill. This is not good. The fence was strong and sturdy,
Nice and loud.
high and sound and straight. So Fergus just unhooked the chain and opened up the gate. He dropped his gaze, began to graze until he reached some wire. Then he saw the grass behind it and raised his head up higher. The grass behind that wire fence looked very green. It was the greenest grass he'd ever seen. The wire was high, tight and strong, so he began to wonder if he might find a way to sample it by reaching under. It worked. Oh my, this grass was tall. It hid his knees and pockets. He munched and grazed until he found a fence made out of rocks. So Fergus followed under wall over hill, and then stocked with skill on every hill. The stones were tight, but when he found a slab that wiggled, that's when Fergus knew he could make a space just wide enough to wiggle right through. He wandered and nibbled to the sound of birds and crickets until he reached a dainty fence made of painted pickets, fresh and white and tidy-like, as quaint as can be. The gateway was the finest part, and through it he could see the grass, so smooth, quick, and green. Fergus couldn't wait to take a bite for sheer delight, and so he nudged the gate. Oops. Field is his.
Louder.
The field was full of holes. He galloped till he met a fence of logs, stumps, and poles. Go. Look at the goat. He hopped on. He might have been the fastest horse to ever learn to climb, but when he reached the other side, he had the bestest time. Now Fergus got to thinking about the fences he got past. Quite convincing. That grassy field is greener than the last. So when he reached the wall so high, oh very, very long, he was absolutely certain there was greener grass behind. This one was a doozy, but no fence could stop him now. He had to find a way to reach the other side. But how?
It's a big wall.
For miles it stretched from north to south, thick and tall and wide. He decided he would jump it to reach the other side. Fergus aimed and took a run. He leaped so high and grand. Behind that fence, there was no grass. He had no place to land.
Oh dear.
An itch, a twitch upon his shoulders, feathers spreaded there. They grew to wings, great, graceful things that held him in the air. Fergus didn't fall, instead he soared up to the sky. He became Fergus, so he began to fly. Miles he sailed above the land, he circled and swooped and spun. I don't know why he has wings.
Grew them. Saved him.
And finally he landed in the meadow right where he'd begun. The great wings which vanished in the tranquil and never more were seen. There he sat, and that was that, in his meadow green. Now look at Fergus standing there, much older than he was. He's wiser now and more content to stay at home because he knows it's not about the grass. It's just the destination. He knows that it was the fences where he learned determination. If life should take him far behind, edge is all he's known. He has faith those wings will grow. He knows it because he's flown. He's scared and there, nails and rails, but where it's all with pride. Because how would he have ever known if he haven't ever tried?
Good job.
That's the whole book.
By who?
Reading to us.
Rachael reads
Sue.
The Horses.
Save the school horses, right?